this is one of the odd things in open source. I actually think secure boot makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. I think we should sign our modules. I think we should use the technology to do cryptographic signatures to add security. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, inside the open source community, this is so unpopular that people haven't really worked on it. Mm-hmm. And it's true that secure boot can be used for horribly, horribly bad things. Mm-hmm. But then using that as an argument against it existing at all is, I think, a bit naive mm-hmm. and not necessarily right, because secure boot, if you do things right, it's a really good thing. I would like my own machine mm-hmm. to have the option where I say, you will not boot any kernel that is not signed by this signature mm-hmm. or any bootloader. And I mean, I want to have the option to also realize that, okay, now I'm going to boot another operating or do something else, and I want to undo that. But I want that to be a BIOS setup screen where you have to be at the machine physically. Mm-hmm. And then it's a great thing. And I think that's actually how most secure boots would be set up. The fact that then you could possibly set it up so that the user at the BIOS screen can't even change it. Yes, that would be problematic, and maybe some people will use that, and that is really scary. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that doesn't invalidate the technology as a very powerful and useful tool. I'm in the situation where I actually disagree with a lot of people about DRM and signatures and things, where I actually think signatures are a good thing that can be misused. And then in the open source community, there are a lot of people that think about it the other way, and they say it can be misused, so it cannot be a good thing. Mm-hmm. And they just come at the whole problem from a different direction. And I kind of understand why they do that, but at the same time, maybe it's just because I refuse to be a pessimist. I refuse to take the approach that because something can be misused, it's bad. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe secure boot will be used in horribly, horribly bad things. People will say, you should have listened to me. Mm-hmm.